Yes, hello again, tradies. It's time for Mitch's segment. It's your segment, just quickly. And before we get to our 4 voice messages from this week, we did have a discussion last week, Mitchell.
Yes.
We got to pick one player each to play in all 18 positions.
I was Mac Andrew.
And I was Jeremy Cameron. And we put the poll up. 66% of people voted for Jeremy Cameron.
Yeah.
34% Mac Andrew. That's bad luck.
Oh, I think
it was good doing business with you. It was a good game.
Bit of Vic bias. There's more people watch Geelong games than Suns games.
Why can't you just...
And a bit of recency bias. The fact that Mac Andrew was out and Jeremy Cameron was about to play in a grand final. I didn't think Jeremy Cameron had a defensive bone in his body until he brought Jasper Fletcher.
I think that was an opportunity for you there to lose gracefully, and you've decided to.
I don't think that's what we do on this show.
To make excuses. Let's get to our first. Reece.
Mitch and Sam, just quickly, boys. I've been sitting on this one all year, and with the season starting to wrap up, I just want to go back to the start of the year when we were looking at some team previews and listening to what Mitch had to say around Essendon.
Shit.
No, we weren't.
No, but Hawthorn with the second young. So
not like this, though,
Essendon
mate.
get younger,
but they had good talent coming through.
But what about
they had good talent.
About these first round picks? Sardis into his third year. Zach Reid fifth
Sardis
year.
into his third year. Sardis has been playing VFL.
Yeah, but he's a top 5 or 6 pick.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter when they haven't shown anything.
He'll be first 22 this year.
Maybe, but based on what?
Now, after our last week's episode,
boy,
saying you'll be able to get Sardis for nothing for North Melbourne, I thought I'd go back and look at every single top 10 draft pick from 2010 to 2019, giving me a sample size of 100 players, just to see if this top 10 pick narrative really stacked up. So out of those 100 players in that period of time, the average games played has been 89. You've got 16 premiership winners, 21 All-Australians, 4 coming from father-sons or academies, and 1 Brownlow winner in Ollie Wines. From 2020 to 24, you've got Dacos and Ashcroft winning premierships, Dacos with the All-Australian, both of them father-sons, and recently Riley Thilthorpe making his All-Australian debut this year. So I think it's about time that we drop the narrative that just because someone's a top 10 pick, it means they're going to magically be a good player in the system. You look at the Geelong model, get pick 6, trade it out for Bailey Smith, you get a proven quantity in, and he is now an All-Australian this year. This narrative on top 10 picks needs to go, but I'm here to keep receipts, boys. Have a good one.
I don't think I even need to speak.
Did Reece say at the start of that just quickly? Because that was a bloody long voice message.
He said just quickly, yep.
Yeah. Does he remember?
I was very much aimed at you.
Bailey
so I'm happy
Smith,
to give you.
Bailey Smith was a top 10 pick.
Yep.
I think clubs put different weight on these picks. Like, so Bailey Smith last year, pick 17, he wouldn't have been that in if you like the Dogs had any leg to stand on. Put my hand up. Sardis probably went a bit hard on him at the start of the year, although he was best 22 before he did his hammy.
Okay. We want to go down that path.
And that must have been before the Brownlow because he's left Matt Real out.
I think you rate picks in the draft higher than I do, and that's fine.
Because I know the work that goes into finding these guys.
Yeah, but it's still, like, I know the work that people put in to try to solve algorithms to make them more likely of winning the lotto. Like, in the end, it's just pot luck.
Yeah. Well, different pot luck. But no, I do appreciate the message from Reece, and there are some bloody good players picked outside the top 10, but
just because they're picked inside the top 10 doesn't mean they're going to be good players.
Brisbane won the flag on the weekend. Let's just use them as an example.
Yep.
Hugh McCluggage had a big say in the grand final.
Yep.
Zach Bailey was an early pick.
Cam
Rayner was a top number 1 pick.
Ashcroft.
Both. So, you can find some bloody good players in the top 10.
Yep. But it's not the be-all and end-all.
Never said it was.
No, that you haven't. But as we're finding out with people like West Coast and North Melbourne trying to do it from the bottom, it took Melbourne a long time. Carlton never got there. It's very, very tough. Thanks, Reece. Great point. Eli.
Hello, boys. Eli here, and I'm 10 years old, and I've got 2 bones to pick today. Firstly, just quickly, how did you guys not think of Jordan Dawson for that game that you played last week? He is a great midfielder, as he's already proven. He can kick goals and play like Jeremy Cameron, even pushing up the ground and even going full forward. He can play like a James Sicily in the back line. as he can go push back, as I say, basically the same with Jeremy Cameron. And even better, he was proven as a half-back as he played a couple seasons there at the Swans. And he can play like a Sean Grigg in the ruck because he has the height and athleticism. Come on, boys. Secondly, just quickly, the Brownlow goes too long. It's just my dad does not let me watch the Brownlow. It's really annoying, and it just goes too late. What should happen? 7 half an hour red carpet, and then they just start the Brownlow there. 2-hour Brownlow count, not including ads. Put the Goal of the Year, put the Mark of the Year, put the Community Player of the Year award, put the Rising Star, all Australian night. Make it their own night. Make the Brownlow its own night. It'll be finished up at after about 2 hours. Do all your interviews, all your stuff you want to do for the media. Interview the Brownlow winner, and then just end it. Kids go to bed. They've had a great night. Come on, boys. Love the pod, and love your thoughts. Long time, first time.
Jeez, I love what a well-spoken 10-year-old.
I love Eli. Eli, if you ever need a job when you leave school, you come to me, and I'll find one for you. He already makes more sense than half the people that work in the industry.
I think you're going to say half the people on this show.
No, I wasn't going to say that.
Eli's
good point about Jordan Dawson.
Absolutely,
actually, I didn't.
That is a great point.
I didn't think about all the attributes that he had and at different positions. So
took some great pack marks in the 450 this year too.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Still think Jeremy Cameron would beat him, but
and I think Mac Andrew have him.
Starting to think 18 Jordan Dawson's Mikey, 18 Mac Andrews run for their money.
Eli, got to speak to your dad. Point, you're on school holidays.
No, kids need to sleep, Mitchell.
School holidays.
You're about to be a dad.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Also, congratulations for best story of the year. Was that the award you won?
Yes.
The Media Awards?
Yeah. Thank you.
And that was for the GWS.
It was the GWS, Bolter, and Danaher.
Oh, so you won best reporter?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Well, congratulations. I meant to mention that last week. You didn't remind me because you're too humble, but well done. That was amazing and very well deserved. Yeah, I had some bit of fun with the Brownlow last week on the show. Eli, Mitch won't say what he really thinks because he's too loyal to Channel 7. So I'll say it. This goes too long.
I didn't look at the ratings, but I can only presume that they hold till 10:30.
I asked you to go and look at the ratings. I bet you they don't. Do you know why? Because Eli and all his mates go to bed.
I reckon Eli's mates would be in school holidays. They'll be up watching. 10-year-old, when I was 10, I was up watching.
Yeah, so was I.
Kids have a bit more scope now.
Did you have a TV in your room when you were growing up?
Never.
No, I didn't until we moved house, and then there was like an old one that Dad used to have in his office, and then I stole it. And I reckon from the age of like 14, maybe I had like a tiny little 30-centimetre one.
Can you believe that I've never once had a TV in my room in my entire 32 years on this planet?
Yes, I can believe that. Can you believe that, Link?
I haven't either. So
okay. Yeah, but when did you have how old were you, Link, when you had a phone that could play stuff on it?
Yeah, good point. Probably 10 years ago.
Yeah. Mitch and I didn't have that luxury.
Mm.
I was still rolling around with a 3315 when I was in year 9.
I thought I was cool. I had one of those little portable TVs when I was about 12.
Oh, I always wanted one of those. Like it was its own little antenna.
Aerial, yeah.
Oh, I actually think kids that had those were so cool.
Yeah. Now I've just got, I can open my phone and watch 7 Plus on my phone.
Or 9 now. You know, both really good options.
Or DAZN with the NFL this morning.
Well done, Eli. And we'd love to hear more from our young
I want to hear Eli's
by the way.
dad explain why he doesn't let him stay up.
Yeah. Eli Senior, can you please send a voice message in next week? I actually agree with your parenting. I think Eli needs to go to sleep earlier, but Mitch doesn't. And neither does Hamish McLaughlin. Kieran, welcome.
Hi, gents. First time, long time listener from over in WA. Just quickly, Sam, us Eagles supporters hear a lot of negativity on this podcast about the Eagles. I'd love to hear some solutions, mate, to what you think the club should do moving forward.
Fair enough.
Rather than giving us problems all the time.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, that would go Sean Sharp from Kieran. I thought that might, after it, he might, water it down with, we love your work usually. No.
Also, think about WA when you're watching the Brownlow. 8:30, perfect time to finish.
Okay. So when you use that theory, is that also Do you have it the same way when you're talking about why the grand final shouldn't be moved?
I'm seat 1A for the Twilight Grand Final.
I don't know if you are. You're very defensive about Channel 7's decision making with this stuff.
7. Have you heard anyone at 7 talking about this?
No, it's a good point. It's really an AFL problem. I recant. Kieran, solutions for West Coast. Probably not bottoming out and then just picking Harley Reid. That would have been a good start. Solutions.
Harley has held up his end of the bargain.
I'm not sure he has. That's fine. All right, we'll do. Can we save this for next week?
Okay. Main body.
Yeah, I'll give all 16 seconds of what West Coast can do. No, Kieran, I'll take it under advisement. I'll make some phone calls during the week, and I'll give. How about I give the 5-step plan for West Coast to get out of this hole?
Yep.
I'll do a 5-step plan.
I like it.
Link, can you please message me next week when I forget? Yep. Thank you. Last but not least, Angus.
Hey boys, long time caller. Just quickly, could you explain how if Brandon Starcevich was to go to the Eagles as a free agent, how that dilutes Oscar Allen's pick? I'm a bit confused on how that works. Like, how would it work if Oscar Allen, it's like that transaction occurred like on the first day of the trade period, and Starcevich's didn't happen till the last day? Would that still dilute the pick, or like make it so they don't get pick 2?
Yes, it would. The easiest and most tangible way to explain this is a few years ago, Carlton lost Eddie Betts and they were going to get a Fred's compensation pick, but they brought Dale Thomas in at the same time, and that offset the Eddie Betts pick. So what's going to happen on this occasion, I believe, will be Allan will leave West Coast. They'll stand to get either the first round or end of first round compensation pick. Everyone's telling me it's going to be a first round compensation pick, so it looks like it's heading that way, pick 2. Which is remarkable that Brisbane would be paying him that much to result in that, but it looks like it's heading that way. And then Brisbane will let Brandon Starcevich go to West Coast, not as a free agent, but as a trade, likely a pick in the between 15 to 20. So Brisbane get Starcevich, the pick, but West Coast get the player with only having to give up a pick and not losing their pick 2.
Sounds like a system being manipulated.
Yes.
That's just not right.
But it's a win-win for both clubs.
I understand that, but we've talked about this a lot. When the league doesn't declare what the rules are, said rules are open to manipulation behind the veil of secrecy. I don't like that.
But every free agent can be traded.
No, I get all of that. It's just when it comes down to these things, we've got listeners who are confused, and we're trying to explain it.
Yeah.
And basically, if West Coast were, say West Coast had just finished 6th and their captain was leaving at blah, blah, we'd be having a very different conversation, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
But because they've finished dead last
so
and desperately need to get up the ladder quickly to avoid embarrassing the rest of the league continuously,
poor Kieran just wanted a bit of positivity for the Eagles.
Sorry, Kieran, next week. Top. We're basically assuming that the system will be manipulated to make sure, and I've been riding your coattails on this the whole way, I completely agree, to make sure that they get the pick that they need.
Yep.
That's just not right.
And it works for Brisbane as well. So Brisbane are going to bring in Allan and Draper.
Yep. After just winning the flag, they bring in a starting ruckman and a starting full forward.
And get a pick for Starcevich.
Yeah, it's
Provided he goes. He still hasn't officially made up his mind, but it's heading one way.
It is kind of wild that in a year where the difference between 2nd on the ladder and 9th on the ladder was like a game and percentage. Like the competition, if you speak to coaches, has never been more even. The teams down the bottom that have continuously been shit house are getting more help than ever under a system that they refuse to explain. It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Good place to finish.
Looking forward to Sam's positivity next week.
Positivity about the Eagles. Wasn't on my bingo card for 2025, but happy to listen to the Tradies fans. We'll see you next week.